Welcome to the deep dive. So the source we're exploring today, it kicks off with something that really makes you stop and think. It says many people don't fail because they lack smarts or, resources. Instead, the argument is they fail simply because they run away from discomfort. Pretty strong statement, isn't it?
It really is. And what's fascinating is how the author flips the script on discomfort. It's presented not as like a negative thing, but as life's way of building armor.
Armor. Okay.
Yeah, but instead of, embracing that, building resilience, most people are busy trying to cheat it, numb it, or dodge it.
And the source says there are real costs to doing that.
Oh, absolutely. It spells them out pretty clearly. Staying broke, having soft bodies, and this sort of slow, quiet death of your confidence.
Okay, so for you listening right now, our mission in this deep dive is really to unpack why this source calls comfort the most dangerous addiction in the world. We want to get into what embracing discomfort actually means for your own path to power. The source makes this really interesting point about comfort. It argues it's not like this sudden disaster.
Right.
It doesn't ruin you overnight. It's more insidious,
It slowly kills your fire, your ambition, and your hunger. That's the quote.
Exactly. Think about hitting snooze just one more time,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe putting off that difficult conversation you need to have.
Mm-hmm.
These little comfort choices, they seem small, but the argument is they chip away at your potential over time.
Totally. And that brings up a big question, right? If comfort's so bad, what's the alternative?
Well, what does the source say?
It gives some really vivid examples, like you want a six-pack, you've got to embrace the burn of tough workouts, sticking to a diet, that's uncomfortable.
You sure?
Or building a business, you better get ready for the discomfort of failure, setbacks, maybe repeated ones.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Want financial freedom. You probably need to be okay with the discomfort of taking risks, maybe even losing some money first. Discomfort, in this view, is basically the entry ticket to every meaningful goal.
The entry ticket, I like that. It's not just something to get past.
Exactly. It's the prerequisite. You have to go through it.
That really clicks, and it draws such a sharp line between what it calls winners and losers.
Mm-hmm.
It's not saying it's about who's naturally gifted or luckier. It just states it flat out. Losers seek comfort. Winners seek results.
Yeah.
It hammers home that it really boils down to being willing to, lean into the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Choosing the uncomfortable option.
And that's where discipline and sacrifice fit in, according to the source. It says point blank, discipline is uncomfortable.
Right.
Sacrifice is uncomfortable. Even just being misunderstood is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But winners, they push through all that anyway.
And they become uncommon.
That's exactly it. That's how they become uncommon among the common. They're not sitting around waiting for motivation to magically appear.
No, I don't feel allowed.
Well, they hear that voice, but they push past it consistently. It's about facing those little micro discomforts day in, day out.
Which the author calls the alarm system guarding your comfort zone. That image really stuck with me.
It's a good one.
It's like laugh at that feeling, that little alarm bell, and just kick the door down and walk through it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that means not pretending the fear isn't there, but seeing it as a signpost. Like, okay, this is important. This is where growth happens.
Right. It signals you're on the edge of something meaningful.
Yeah. And it doesn't always have to be some massive, heroic struggle, does it? It can be choosing the slightly harder thing, that conversation, learning some new skill, saying no to a distraction.
And every single one of those choices matters. Every rep, every cold shower, every early morning is another middle finger to the weak version of you. Pretty blunt.
It's very blunt. So wrapping this up, as you think about what we've discussed, what's the big takeaway for you? For me, it's really that core idea. The difference isn't talent. It's your relationship with discomfort.
Hmm.
Losers, as the source puts it, chase comfort. Winners, they chase results relentlessly. They get that discipline, sacrifice, even being misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
But it's necessary.
It's necessary. It's the path. So the message feels really clear. Maybe you don't need more motivation. Maybe you just need to get, comfortable being uncomfortable.
And linking that back, the source leaves us with this really potent final thought. At the edge of pain is power.
Wow.
So maybe the question for you listening is, what's that alarm system guarding your comfort zone right now? What door could you decide to kick down this week? How can you start embracing that idea that every tough step, every little bit of discomfort is, like you said, another middle finger to the weak version of you? Something to really think about.